Welcome to the Den, the Dark Entertainment Network. I'm the Gothic Rose, and this is the dark tale of the day. Let me take this moment to reintroduce myself. I am the Gothic Rose, hostess of the Dark Entertainment Network. This is a channel where the news meets conspiracy theories and makes babies in my brain, and it comes out my mouth. I do this because I enjoy it. If you like this type of content, please follow along, because I'm not going to stop. Welcome back, dear fiends of the Den. It is officially March, and it is the beginning of my Haunted Hollywood series, where you can find Hollywood ghost stories, stories of bad things that have happened on set, all kinds of murders and plots, and of course, unfortunate accidents like I am going to speak on today. But before I do, if you have a tip that you would like to send me about any of the subjects that I have been talking about, message me at welcome to the den podcast at gmail.com. Today's episode is about Joy Harris. She is the stunt woman from Deadpool 2 who tragically lost her life on the first take of a stunt. So before I start talking about what happened, let's talk a little bit about Joy Harris. And out of respect for her, I will not be showing any photos, images, or videos from that day. So she was born Sequana Joy Harris, December 11th, 1976, a Gen Xer born the same year as me, meaning right before Christmas of this year, she would have been 49 years old. She was an American motorcycle road racer and stunt woman, and she made history as the first African American woman to be licensed as a motorcycle road racer, racing professionally since 2014 after taking up motorcycling in 2009. She passed while performing a motorcycle stunt, doubling for the character Domino on the set of Deadpool 2. Harris's bike crashed near the Rogers Tower during filming. Now, what I heard from an insider is that this was such a tragic accident that rocked the community, and Joy Harris was very well respected. She was only 40 years old. So Joy Harris promoted road racing to both women and the African American community. She learned to ride a motorcycle in 2009 and began racing in 2012. By 2013, she earned her racing license and made history in 2014 as the first African American woman to race professionally in the motorcycle road racing. The same year, she established her own racing team, Threader Racing, competing under the number 24. In 2017, she raced in the NJMP SPR classes of the CCS circuit of ASRA, where she achieved a victory during that circuit. Wow, so she's done so much. So for reference, the NJMP is New Jersey Motorsports Park, and the SPR Summit Point Raceway classes on the CCS Champion Cup Series circuit of the ASRA, American Sports Bike Racing Association. So this means she competed in motorcycle road racing events held at these specific tracks as part of this Champion Cup Series circuit, which is a popular racing series in the United States. And during the 2017 racing season, she achieved these victories. So she was so well respected, so skilled, so determined as a racer, and her life was cut short. And it has been determined that this accident was not rider caused. She, Joy Harris, did not cause her preventable death. According to several reports, the producers of Deadpool 2 were fined just under $300,000 for this accident. And those producers, of course, are Simon Kinberg, Lauren Schuler Donner, and of course, Deadpool himself, or Nicepool himself. Which one? Ryan Reynolds. So, according to so many reports, 20th Century Fox, one of the companies behind Deadpool 2, settled out of court with Joy Harris's family following her tragic death. The amount of the settlement was not disclosed, but it was reported that the studio dealt with the matter responsibly. Additionally, the producers, including Ryan Reynolds, were fined, this is the exact amount, $289,562 for failing to provide a safe work environment. That is oh my God, that is just outrageously a low amount of money for a woman's life. So let's get into what they did wrong. So, a Work Safe BC investigation report released Wednesday, so this was around the time of the accident, shed light on how TCF Vancouver Productions Ltd, a subsidiary of 20th Century Fox, failed to keep Harris safe. Information identifying crew members was redacted for the report. So it goes on to say Harris was killed in August 2017 while performing a stunt that involved riding a high-powered Ducati motorcycle down a ramp laid atop a set of stairs. According to several people who had been working with her in the days leading up to the stunt, Harris was not properly prepared for the stunt. When it came time to do the scene, Harris rode the motorcycle down the stairs but then lost control. The bike, which Harris still clung to, careened across a street and hurled into a building, killing her instantly. An investigation by WorkSafe BC identified 5 violations of the. Here are those regulations. Failure to ensure the health and safety of all workers by failing to identify the hazards and assess and control the risks of the work activity and failing to provide adequate supervision. Failure to ensure that the stunt performer complied with the regulation by wearing safety headgear while operating the motorcycle. No safety headgear. That is outrageous. Failure to ensure the health and safety of the stunt performer by failing to provide adequate supervision with respect to this work activity. Failure to provide the stunt performer with a new worker orientation. Instructing the stunt performer not to wear safety headgear while operating the motorcycle. This production company shouldn't even be in business anymore, if you ask me. So, what this goes on to say is about the fine and 20th Century Fox settling with Harris's relatives out of court. Ryan Reynolds was employed as the lead actor, co-writer, and co-producer for this film. So this is the other thing. Now, this is according to sources that told The Hollywood Reporter that crew members alerted producers that Harris was too inexperienced to safely pull off the stunt, noting her previous crashes on practice runs, but were ignored because the producers felt an African American woman needed to perform the stunt for accurate representation. Though Harris was a licensed racer, Deadpool 2 was her first film, and the accident occurred during her first live take. I cringed every time she went out. Like, when is she going to crash? A stunt person who trained with Harris tells the Hollywood Reporter, saying they left the film after producers failed to listen to concerns. They were warned. Yes. So this is Ryan Reynolds, who's still dancing around as Deadpool, and nobody really heard about this accident. It was not big news. No one said anything, probably because they settled out of court. And they were warned. And they failed to not only provide her a helmet, but instructed her not to wear a helmet. When it was 2017, you could have done something with AI to make it look like she wasn't wearing a helmet and look like a superhero. Come on. That is awful. And this was the most preventable accident. This is sickening. So let's read a few of these comments on this post. RIP Joy Harris. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively think they can get away with character assassination because they literally got away with murder before and just paid pocket change to hide any accountability. How many more dead bodies are in their closet? Ryan Reynolds and Lively tried to steal Baldoni's movie rights with this false Me Too lawsuit. Did you see how they are now gaslighting Baldoni in their smear campaign? I'm from Vancouver and I studied feminism as my major in university. I'm outraged with how Lively and Reynolds are making a joke out of Me Too so they can capitalize on her brands. Exactly what I was saying, exactly what I said on Flossom Talk. Exactly. Okay, thank you. Another comment here. I am from Vancouver and I remember when this happened. It was viral, but there is not enough outrage. So it was viral, but I did not know. Vancouverites are passive, lol. I don't know why there is not enough outrage compared to Baldwin. Not defending Baldwin here, but at least it wasn't his fault. Whereas in Ryan, we know what kind of a person he is and what he is capable of. I have no doubt he will throw the producer under the bus unless it's a criminal process like Baldwin. So I don't know if anybody ever is going to speak up. They could also be protecting Deadpool. It's where the money is at. And then just a couple more comments. What an awful human he is as the co producer and self admitted control freak who has to oversee everything. This is 100% on him. All it would have taken is one word from him to either find someone who could do the stunt, ensure safety for her, or just use CGI. Like I said, you know that 99% of the damn film is anyway. He put more time and effort into getting Nice Pool's man bun correct than he did making sure this was a safe stunt. Sacrificing a black woman for this stupid ass stunt when Deadpool is a full CGI character performing cartoonish stunts whenever needed. Knew this about this tragedy before, but reading all the details, it's even more infuriating. So this concludes part one of Joy Harris in the Haunted Hollywood series. And if you do, again, have any tips or want to talk off the record, on the record, email me at welcometothedenpodcast@gmail.com. And thank you for joining me in the den.